Nearly 3 decades after Moesha captured hearts with its relatable characters and heartfelt moments, the lives of its cast have taken unexpected turns. Some faced tragic accidents that reshaped their destinies, while others quietly stepped away from Hollywood's spotlight. From personal struggles to inspiring comebacks, their journeys are filled with resilience, loss, and reinvention. As we enter 2025, where are they now? Join us in uncovering the untold stories of the stars who made Moesha a beloved classic. Proof that fame may fade, but legacies endure. William Allen Young portrayed Frank Mitchell in Moesha when he was 42, playing the role of a strict yet deeply caring father struggling to hold his family together. Young's character was often the moral compass of the show, but off-screen, his life took a far more turbulent path. After Moesha, his acting career slowed dramatically, and he struggled to find roles that matched his earlier success. Young married twice. His first marriage ended in bitter divorce, and his second, to a woman named Carla, was marked by ongoing conflicts and eventual separation. Together they had 2 children, Marcus and Elena, both estranged in adulthood due to family disputes and his long absences while trying to rebuild his career. Personal tragedies shadowed Young's later years: a near-fatal car accident, financial troubles that wiped out most of his savings, a house fire, and the loss of a close sibling to illness. At 71, he now lives modestly in Los Angeles, dedicating much of his time to advocacy for African American actors and mentorship programs, though his once promising estate has dwindled to an estimated $400,000 due to medical bills and legal fees. Despite the hardships, Young remains quietly hopeful but haunted by the personal costs of his career and family struggles. Ray J took on the role of Dorian Long in Moesha at just 19, infusing the character with a youthful charisma that resonated with audiences. His portrayal of the charming yet often conflicted young man mirrored many aspects of his real life, which has been marked by highs and lows. Following Moesha, Ray J pursued music and business ventures with moderate success, but his personal life saw significant turmoil. He married singer Princess Love in 2016. Their marriage was tumultuous, plagued by allegations of infidelity and public disputes, culminating in a highly publicized divorce finalized in 2021. They share 2 children, Melody and Epic, but custody battles and strained relations have dominated post-divorce life. Ray J also faced several legal issues and controversies that damaged his public image and stalled parts of his career. At 44, he lives between Los Angeles and Las Vegas, still working on music but often overshadowed by past scandals. His estimated estate is around $2.5 million, though much of it is tied up in ongoing legal fees and settlements. His life remains a complex mixture of talent, fame, and personal challenges. Cheryl Lee Ralph brought depth and warmth to the role of Dee Mitchell at 39, portraying a strong, wise matriarch who held her family together with grace and resilience. However, behind the scenes, Ralph's personal life was less serene. Following Moesha, she continued acting with critical acclaim but struggled with a difficult marriage to a fellow actor, which ended in divorce after a decade filled with conflicts and financial strain. She has 1 daughter, Maya, who was raised largely by Ralph due to her ex-husband's absence. Ralph endured several painful losses: the death of her mother, a miscarriage, a near-fatal bout with illness, and a public scandal involving a close colleague. Now 68 and starring in Abbott Elementary, Ralph has become an advocate for women's rights and health awareness. Her estate, estimated at $4.8 million, reflects decades of dedication to the arts and activism. Despite past hardships, she remains a respected figure in Hollywood, known for her dignity and strength in both career and personal life. Brandy Norwood, who played Moesha Mitchell at 17, captivated audiences with her dual talents as an actress and singer. Her role was iconic, portraying a bright, ambitious teen navigating family and life's challenges. Yet her life after Moesha has been fraught with struggles. Brandy's career in music and acting saw fluctuating success, marred by public romantic difficulties, including a brief marriage to Robert Smith, which ended quietly without children. She has one son, Cyril, from a previous relationship, but her family life has often been complicated by estrangements and public disputes with former friends and collaborators. Brandy survived a traumatic car accident in her early 20s, battled depression, and faced intense media scrutiny that impacted her personal well-being. Now at 46, she is preparing to release a memoir in fall 2025, revealing some of these struggles in detail. She lives in Atlanta with her son and a modest circle of close friends. Her estate is valued around $6 million, primarily from royalties and business ventures, though personal challenges continue to shape her life away from the spotlight. Marcus T. Polk, who portrayed Miles Mitchell in Moesha at just 10 years old, brought an innocent charm and youthful spirit that captivated audiences. His character was the lovable, sometimes mischievous younger brother, offering both comic relief and heartfelt moments. However, Marcus's life after the show was far from easy. Despite early fame, his transition into adulthood was marred by financial struggles and difficulties finding consistent acting roles. He married young but endured a turbulent relationship, leading to a divorce that left him emotionally drained. Marcus has 2 children, Jaden and Maya, whom he adores but has had limited contact with due to ongoing custody disputes. His family life has been strained, with long periods of estrangement from his own parents, who faced their own hardships. Marcus battled depression and a brief stint of homelessness before refocusing on music and film projects in his 30s. At 38, he remains active but lives modestly, with an estimated estate of around $150,000, largely tied to residuals and small business ventures. Though no longer a star, Marcus is quietly rebuilding, hoping to regain stability and mend fractured relationships. Shar Jackson took on the role of Niecy Jackson at 20. Giving life to the fiercely loyal and humorous best friend whose heart was as big as her laughter. Niecy's character often provided grounding wisdom amidst the show's drama. Shar's own life, however, unfolded with far less certainty. Following Moesha, her career fluctuated between acting gigs and attempts at singing, but personal turmoil overshadowed her pursuits. She married music producer Kiet Tran in 2003, and they had 2 children, Jet and Paris, but the marriage dissolved acrimoniously after years of infidelity and financial disputes. Shar faced a painful custody battle and struggled with anxiety, which she openly discussed in interviews. Her relationship with her own mother was complicated, marked by periods of silence. Alongside acting, Shar earned degrees in psychology and forensic science, aiming for a fresh start, though her health took a toll due to untreated chronic stress. Now 48, she lives in California, juggling single motherhood and her varied career efforts. Shar's estate is estimated at $1.2 million, mostly from entertainment residuals and educational endeavors, but her personal challenges remain ongoing. Yvette Wilson, known for her portrayal of Andelle Wilkerson starting at 32, infused the character with warmth, sharp wit, and unwavering friendship. Andelle was the backbone of Moesha, offering both comic relief and strength, embodying resilience despite everyday struggles. Tragically, Yvette's own life was a story of heartbreak and resilience. She battled cervical cancer for years and passed away in 2012 at age 48, leaving behind a devastated family. Her marriage to fellow comedian Sean Brown was fraught with difficulties, including infidelity and financial woes, and ended in divorce shortly before her illness worsened. Yvette had one daughter, Taya, who was her pride and joy, though the family endured financial instability and estrangement from extended relatives. Yvette's final years were spent advocating for cancer awareness and mentoring young comedians, hoping to leave a positive legacy despite personal pain. Her estate, estimated at $300,000, was largely depleted by medical bills, but she is fondly remembered by colleagues and fans alike for her humor and heart. Fredro Starr, who played the edgy and charismatic Quentin Q. Brooks at 25, brought a gritty authenticity that stood out in Moesha. His character was known for toughness wrapped in vulnerability, often challenging the status quo. Fredro's post-Moesha years were marked by highs and lows. After retiring from his rap career in his early 50s, he struggled to redefine himself outside the music world. His marriage to former actress Tiffany Starr was volatile, ending in a public and painful divorce after accusations of infidelity and financial mismanagement. They share 2 sons, Marcus and Elijah, but family ties have been strained, with limited communication over recent years. Fredro faced legal troubles and battled substance abuse, which further complicated his career and personal life. Now at 54, he is sober and slowly rebuilding his film and television presence, focusing on independent projects and community outreach. His estimated estate is around $850,000, reflecting earnings from his combined careers, though much has been spent repairing fractured relationships and managing health challenges. Alexis Fields, who portrayed Alicia on Moesha at the age of 18, embodied a spirited and ambitious teenager full of energy and determination. Her role was defined by youthful optimism, yet behind the scenes, Alexis faced many challenges. After the show ended, her acting career stalled, partly due to typecasting and industry shifts. She married twice. Her first marriage ended in a bitter divorce, leaving her emotionally drained. Her second marriage to a businessman produced 2 children, Mia and Jordan, but the relationship was fraught with conflict and ended in separation after 7 years. Alexis struggled with bouts of depression and financial instability, exacerbated by a painful family estrangement from her parents. She battled with a serious car accident that left her with lasting physical scars. Now 46, Alexis reinvented herself as an interior designer but continues to wrestle with the shadows of her past. Her estate is modest, estimated around $350,000, primarily tied to her design business and a small inherited property. Despite her difficulties, she remains active on social media, sharing glimpses of resilience and hope. Bernie Mac, immortalized as Uncle Bernie in Moesha at 41, was a comedic powerhouse whose role radiated warmth, humor, and protective spirit. His infectious laugh and larger-than-life personality endeared him to millions. Yet beneath his success, Bernie endured profound personal struggles. He was married once to Rhonda McCullough, a union marked by intense volatility and occasional separations. The couple had 2 daughters, Janice and Janiah, who were a source of joy amid turmoil. Bernie faced lifelong health issues, worsened by his battle with sarcoidosis, which ultimately contributed to his death from pneumonia complications in 2008 at age 50. His professional career, while glittering, was shadowed by moments of self-doubt and bouts of loneliness. Bernie's estate was estimated at $4 million, much of which supported his family and charitable efforts. His legacy lives on as one of comedy's greats, but his personal life was undeniably marked by hardship and heartbreak. John Huertas, who played Antonio in Moesha at 30, brought a compelling blend of charisma and vulnerability to the role of a devoted boyfriend navigating complex relationships. His portrayal was nuanced, reflecting a man caught between loyalty and personal ambition. After Moesha, John's acting career was a roller coaster. Typecast early on, he struggled to break free from romantic lead roles. He married actress Lisa Guerrero, but the marriage dissolved quietly after 4 years, with no children. John's family life was strained by his demanding career, leading to long periods of isolation and introspection. He faced the loss of his younger brother in a tragic car accident, a blow that deeply affected his outlook. Now 55, John has transitioned into directing, recently helming episodes of Tracker, though he remains haunted by the precarious nature of fame. His estate is estimated at around $1.2 million, including earnings from acting and directing. Despite his setbacks, John stays engaged in creative projects while managing a relatively private life. Drew Mauser took on the role of Sandy in Moesha at 24, portraying a gentle and supportive character who added warmth to the ensemble. Though beloved by fans, Drew's career after Moesha was marked by uncertainty and quiet withdrawal from the spotlight. She faced several personal tragedies. A difficult divorce from her first husband after the birth of their son, Elijah, was emotionally scarring. Family relations grew strained following the death of her mother from cancer, plunging Drew into a long period of grief and depression. Financial difficulties forced her to take on multiple low-paying jobs outside of acting, and she battled chronic illness that limited her professional opportunities. Now in her mid-40s, Drew lives a reclusive life away from Hollywood, relying on a small inheritance and sporadic voice-over work. Her estate is estimated to be under $200,000, mainly from modest savings and residuals. Though rarely seen publicly, those close to her describe a woman quietly fighting to reclaim peace. Ricky Harris, who portrayed Javon J.W. Willis in Moesha at the age of 31, was known for infusing the character with a blend of humor and streetwise charisma that made J.W. a fan favorite. Despite the promise of his early career, Harris struggled with personal demons after Moesha ended. He was married twice, first to a longtime partner with whom he had a son named Jamal, and later to another woman, but both marriages ended in painful divorces that deeply affected him. His family life was marked by strained relationships, and he often found himself distant from his children due to his chaotic lifestyle. Beyond the emotional turmoil, Harris faced legal and financial difficulties, including a battle with substance abuse that derailed several career opportunities. His life was punctuated by several tragedies: the death of a close friend in a car accident, his own hospitalization for a stroke, a near-fatal overdose, a broken relationship with his mother, and chronic health issues linked to stress. Sadly, Harris passed away suddenly at 54 from a heart attack in 2016. Before his death, his estate was modest, estimated around $300,000, with most assets tied up in unresolved legal matters. Despite these hardships, those who knew him remembered his infectious laughter and dedication to mentoring younger artists. Bree Turner, cast as Brenda in Moesha at 22, brought a blend of youthful charm and determination to the role, portraying a character who balanced vulnerability with resilience. Though she continued acting into her late 40s with varied success, her off-screen life was far from serene. Turner married an independent film producer, and they had 2 children, a son named Ethan and a daughter named Grace. But the marriage was marred by infidelity and ongoing conflicts, ending in a quiet divorce after 12 years. Her family life remained complicated, with ongoing custody disputes and a strained relationship with her own parents, who disapproved of her career choices. Turner faced several personal setbacks, including a miscarriage, a painful battle with postpartum depression, a serious car accident that left her with lasting injuries, and the loss of a sibling to illness. Financially, her career plateaued after Moesha, leading to tight money management despite steady supporting roles. Now 48, she owns a small production company and resides modestly in Los Angeles, with an estimated estate around $1.1 million. Bree's story is one of perseverance amid adversity, quietly rebuilding her life beyond the spotlight. Merlin Santana's portrayal of Ohagi on Moesha at just 20 years old showcased his natural talent and promise as a rising star. Unfortunately, his burgeoning career was cut tragically short. Behind the scenes, Santana struggled with the pressures of early fame and a turbulent personal life. He was engaged briefly to a fellow actress, with whom he hoped to start a family, but their relationship ended amidst rumors of jealousy and conflict. His family environment was troubled. He grew up with an unstable home life and lost contact with his father early on. Santana's life was marred by 5 major tragedies: a close cousin's overdose, a house fire that destroyed much of his childhood memorabilia, an assault that left him hospitalized, a broken friendship that caused a deep emotional scar, and ultimately his own untimely death in a shooting in 2002 at 26. At the time of his death, Merlin had yet to accumulate significant wealth, but his estate was roughly estimated at $200,000. His death shocked fans and colleagues alike, and he is remembered as a talented actor whose potential was cruelly stolen far too soon. Who is your favorite character from Moesha? How does it feel knowing that some of the actors are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on future uploads. Thank you for your support.